Answer his question for you guys who have missed it. His question was, is it a good idea to hire two artists and designers for the same project? And if you do hire two, do I need to tell them? It depends on the role of those artists and designers. You don't necessarily want two people working on the same thing. So if you have a children's book, for instance, you don't want two art styles to conflict. So I wouldn't hire two artists to do that. Doesn't necessarily it's kind of redundant. But if, for instance, have a children's book and you're hiring an illustrator and a graphic designer, they can work together really well, right? Because the illustrator can lay out the illustrations in a way that works well with the graphic designer. And that's important because not all graphic designers are illustrators and not all illustrators are graphic designers. So a lot of times you have these projects where you actually do have to hire more than one creator because one may not have the skill set to complete certain aspects of a project, right? Great example of this is book covers, right? A lot of people are hiring for book cover artists, but not all book cover artists have the know-how to lay out the actual graphic design of the book cover. So you might be saying, well, what the heck is graphic design of a book cover? So let's say, for instance, you are hiring someone to do an illustrated book cover. We're doing Granny in the Cup, right? And this is my grandmother, and she's holding the cup. And so someone is doing the illustrations. You have to know where you want to keep the title, where you want to put your subtitle, where you want to put your author's name, your illustrator's name, and all of the information that goes on the cover of a book. Not all people who illustrate know how to do that, right? So you want to make sure that you are hiring not only your graphic designer, but also your illustrators. Some illustrators work with graphic designers and they have a tag team and they just work together. Some illustrators are graphic designers. I'm a testament to that, where I do both illustration and graphic design. Just sort of depends on the project and it depends on their role. But I would not hire two people to do the same job because that can cause lots of confusion down the line.